To learn more about fat liberation and the campaign for size freedom that Dove is supporting, visit dove.com/size freedom. Tap in, join the campaign, support the campaign. This is important and we should all be talking about it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JD. It's nice to see you all again. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're going to have a great weekend coming as usual. We're going to be talking about a company that's not having such a great time, and that is Dove. Yes, Dove is in the news right now for causing a lot of controversy and facing a potential boycott after they decided to partner with a BLM activist that goes by the name of Zyahna Bryant, I believe her name is. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And this is all to do with promoting fat liberation. I said to myself before I made this video, I'm going to keep a straight face while saying that, and yeah, I've failed. But clearly, you know, this is just what companies now want to glorify, glamorize, and promote. We all know this, and it's very interesting to me, you know, a little side note here. I don't know if you picked up on this, but I thought the world was under the assumption, and maybe it's just me, maybe I'm totally in the wrong here, but I was under the assumption anyway that using the word fat was highly offensive, but now they're using it for fat liberation. It's very interesting to me. It seems like the rules of this woke world just continue to change by the minute. I simply can't keep up, and you probably can't either. Oh boy, keeping a straight face through this is definitely the challenge for me now. Let's see if I can do it from here on out. But it's the individual that Dove have decided to partner with that is causing a lot of the backlash, because this BLM activist not so long ago, around a couple of years ago now, accused another student of saying something which she didn't actually say. She wanted the highest consequences for the student. She wanted her expelled, etc., etc. This led to a lot of bad experiences for this student in her educational life and her personal life as well. Time passed, and this BLM activist came out and said, wait, you know what? I may have actually misheard her. Yeah, we'll add some context to this just to, you know, get everybody up to speed with it if they haven't heard about this story, and if you have, I'll include some chapters so you can skip ahead. But let's get into this. Bryant claimed that she overheard a white student named Morgan Bettinger threaten Black Lives Matter protesters in Charlottesville in July 2020, but Bryant later admitted she may have misheard after gleefully watching and joining in as Bettinger was cancelled and her life was destroyed. Bettinger was subjected to a torrent of abuse and a campaign to remove her from UVA. Staff and students ganged up against her and scuppered her future prospects. Morgan told the Reason magazine that she saw a dump truck partially blocking the road, but because the street was not completely blocked off, she continued driving. When she realized the road was actually being blocked off from traffic, Bettinger said she decided to park her car and see what was going on. As she passed by, Bettinger said the truck driver began talking to her and the two had a brief conversation. Bettinger said she remembered telling the truck driver something along the lines of, "It's a good thing that you're here, otherwise these people would have been speed bumps," trying to praise his efforts to block traffic. The driver later corroborated Bettinger's remark to local cops, but Bryant overheard part of the conversation and tweeted that she said the protesters would make good speed bumps, along with a video showing Bettinger backing down the street in her car while Bryant and several other protesters followed. Just one day later, Bryant began demanding that school administrators expel Bettinger. Email these UVA deans now to demand that Morgan face consequences for her actions and the UVA stop graduating racist, she tweeted. Bryant herself filed a complaint with the University Judiciary Committee, a student-run disciplinary system, alleging Bettinger had threatened students' health and safety. It found Bettinger guilty of making a legitimate threat against the protesters despite being unable to prove Bryant's claims about her intentions. The jurors ruled that even saying the words in a harmless manner during a protest merited punishment, according to documents obtained by Reason magazine. Bettinger, however, eventually graduated from UVA, but with a permanent mark on her record, Reason reported, likely hindering her chances of getting into law school as she had dreamed. The whole situation has had a huge impact on my life, she told Reason magazine. The university has never had to answer for what their actions have done. Bettinger is said to be considering bringing a lawsuit against school officials seeking to get her record cleared. And hopefully she does. You know, to be accused of saying something you didn't actually say and have your educational path ruined, your whole life dramatically changed, is insane. That shouldn't be happening. So hopefully she goes through with that and the permanent mark on her record is removed. But it seems like Dove have just completely ignored this. They want other people to ignore this and hire this BLM activist for fat liberation. Again, trying to keep a straight face here, but let's just see what this activist posted on social media whilst announcing their partnership. 2023. right?
My belief is that we should be centering the voices and experiences of the most marginalized people and communities at all times. So when I think about what fat liberation looks like to me, it looks like centering the voices and the experiences of those who live in and who maneuver through spaces and institutions in a fat body. It looks like making accessible spaces and having conversations that are aware of the fact that people have different bodies and that they are interacting with space and people and institutions and communities in a different way. Fat liberation looks like fully embracing those differences and having those conversations instead of shying away from them. To learn more about fat liberation and the campaign for size freedom that Dove is supporting, visit dove.com/size freedom. Tap in, join the campaign, support the campaign. This is important and we should all be talking about it.
You see, I just don't understand this, regardless of who's being used to promote this fat liberation Dove are doing. Why are we glorifying and glamorizing and pushing an unhealthy lifestyle? Why not have a promotion to have people lead a healthy lifestyle, push that onto people? Would that be so offensive? Have we reached a point now where only embracing an unhealthy lifestyle that sometimes comes with the side effects of a heart attack is the good thing to do? And as somebody who was overweight in the past and now I've lost weight, I know for a fact, and so do many others, this is not something we should be embracing because it's actually really bad for you. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like they want people to be overweight and unhealthy. But this partnership is causing Dove, as I said, to be in a lot of controversy and facing a potential boycott. Dove hit by growing boycott for hiring BLM activist Zyahna Bryant, who ruined white student Morgan Bettinger's life. Furious conservatives have begun boycotting Dove after the soap brand hired a Black Lives Matter activist notorious for destroying a white student's life over a remark she later admitted that she may have misheard. Carol Thorpe from Charlottesville in Virginia shared a snap of 3 bars of Dove soap tossed in the trash Thursday on learning the Unilever-owned brand had joined forces with Zyahna Bryant to push a fat liberation campaign. Sharing her horror at the news of Bryant's glitzy Dove gig, Thorpe wrote, after hearing that Dove Beauty chose Zyahna Bryant, who ruined Morgan Bettinger's life, for their fat acceptance ambassador, this lifelong large lady and now former Dove customer tossed out the last 3 bars of Dove product she will ever buy. I have written to Unilever too. Ex-owner Elon Musk weighed in on the Dove's partnership with Bryant, which was first reported by DailyMail.com, branding it messed up. You know, it's crazy, right? Because we live in a time now where reputation is paramount, especially on social media and working with certain brands. You know, if you're a conservative commentator and you say things that are politically incorrect, and now, especially today, just being a conservative commentator is politically incorrect in itself, brands won't reach out to you. They'll sort of blacklist you. They won't come to you and say, hey, look, can you work with us? Especially the big brands, right? But if you lean into the leftist way of thinking, you're progressive and your reputation is controversial, they'll still reach out to you and they'll still want to partner with you, sponsor you, pay you, etc., etc. We have a student's life, as we keep saying, as the article reiterates, and as she said herself, her life has been dramatically changed for a long time and probably still is being affected. You know, she was affected personally and educationally. Yet the person who instigated all of this is the one that's being pushed into the mainstream. It's very strange to me. It seems like it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you're on the leftist way of thinking, it's okay. We still love you. We want you to be a part of our brand. I mean, it is embarrassing they're using somebody for fat liberation. I don't think anybody should take much pride in that, if I'm going to be honest, but the point still remains. But it does seem like Dove are in a lot of mess right now. They're in the mud and they're going to need a lot of soap bars, every soap bar they can get their hands on to clean themselves of this mess. There's a good one. Right? If they want to obviously clean themselves of this mess, they probably won't, because if they say, wait, you know what, we're not going to do this partnership any longer, Zyahna Bryant will probably hit back and say, no, this is racist. Dove are disgusting. They must be cancelled. How dare they be so racist? You kind of back yourself into a corner when you hire these sort of people who have been in these sort of situations. Yet they continue not to learn. But what are your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, on Dove hiring this individual to celebrate or promote fat liberation? I didn't pass the challenge. I couldn't keep a straight face, but leave your thoughts down below. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Share this video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.